What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again. Today, guys, we're doing another game of the week, and guess what we're covering? That's right, we're going down into the underground, into the underworld to fight none other than Hades and his minions in one of the games of the year. Actually, it's been out for quite some time. Not a lot of people have actually known about this. Some of you obviously do, but this game is essentially a roguelike dungeon crawler with a ton of difficulty. So I thought, you know what, life's already difficult enough, why not throw some difficulty into the actual gaming world as well, and show you guys what this game is all about. Now, Hades is essentially a storyline between a father and a son, a father trying to escape, or sorry, a son trying to escape the underworld, and a father trying to keep him in. Essentially what you are, it is a, like I mentioned, a roguelike dungeon crawler where you start off as the son of Hades and you are battling the minions and bosses to get up to Mount Olympus, and along the way you get help from the Greek gods and other famous characters within the Greek mythology world. So you start off in this area essentially with this, which is Hades Hall, and you meet a couple funny characters. There's a great storyline to this, obviously, and you have your father here who you interact with on a daily basis, who are none other than Hades, and then you have Nyx, who's also your mother, I guess, who you call your mother. She's really not your mother. And then you also have other characters such as Zeus, obviously, Poseidon, and other of the Greek gods, like I mentioned. So throughout this game, you're actually choosing to fight. Like, there's Achilles, actually one of the known heroes. If you guys ever read the Iliad, obviously one of the most famous heroes in the Greek mythology world. And your main name is Zagreus. So essentially, you are Hades' son. So what I'm going to do, guys, today is I'm going to just showcase the actual game itself, what it's all about, how difficult it is, why I think you guys should be getting this game on Steam, and it's probably one of the best games I've played in a very, very long time. So definitely check this out. I will be covering this for this week. I'll probably do some live streams on it as well too, and we'll see how you like it. Now, I did originally cover 7DS. I stopped covering 7DS because I said I'm going to do a game for a week and then I'm going to move on, and you guys can vote what you guys want me to cover on. But this, I think, is going to be a cool little change of pace for everybody. And so yeah, so you jump into this main hall. You have a chance between a broadsword, a spear. You got a shield like Captain America style, you got a bow and arrow, and I just unlocked these gauntlets here, which essentially you fight like this, kind of like a Street Fighter fight. You have a special move there, every weapon does, and you have also that blood special. So I mean, you can choose, you have to unlock these weapons using special keys. And once you get that unlocked, you can start using these weapons. Now, my favorite personal weapon right now is going to be the spear. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm going to show you why I like it so much. You have the ability to deflect projectiles. You have the ability to have a long reach. It has a spin attack as a special attack. So let's get into the gameplay. Let's actually show you what it's all about, all right? So first I'm going to get is this, and this actually ends up giving you a little bit more... there we go. This actually gives you a little bit more power to either your specials or your dash. Now, the way this game works is it is a health-based game down here. Again, you have the one special, and every single level you have a path you can choose. So right there, I got a key. Right now, this level will give me that key once I complete it. There are many traps in this game, a lot of cool looking enemies, and a lot of bosses too. So as you kill them, you essentially have to they'll sometimes respawn, and dashing is huge in this game. So you make sure you set up your configuration keys proper. There is also backstab, as you just saw there. If you get behind the enemy, you'll do more damage. And each weapon, of course, has its capabilities and its advantages versus other weapons. So there you go. I got a key there. This one here will actually open up Zeus, I think, as a move. Now, every time you reach a Greek god, they will bestow a power upon you that you get to choose. The setup for it is common, rare, and epic, right? And you get to choose a skill, and that skill will maintain until you die. And every time you do die, guys, you do have to start over again. So in terms of playing this, I've played it now maybe for a couple days. I will say difficulty on this is quite crazy. And the cool thing is, every time you interact with somebody, it's always a different storyline, right? This is here Zeus, the king of Olympians. Your father must have told you this governance of the underworld is due to the weaving of the fates. Like, there's always something new to discover. And the cool thing about this is every time that you die, you actually unlock a different storyline and something deeper into the story of why you're trying to escape Hades and the underworld. So there is, like, Hades pretty much allows this to happen, knowing that you don't really have much of a chance. And quite honestly, the game is actually made that way, where you're supposed to die. So think of roguelike games, Dark Souls or Demon Souls mixed into one with dungeon crawler type gameplay, right? And so, as you can see here, I got one of Zeus's skills. What that allows me to do now, Okay, let's see where I'm going to go here. I'm going to actually take this one. What this allows me to do now is actually shoot projectiles, lightning projectiles at enemies every single time I hit them, and it'll actually bounce off and hit somebody else. So that's one of the skills that you can pick up. There's obviously stat skills. There are other skills such as, you know, you do more crit damage. Now, some opponents will have these shields around them, which makes them kind of elite mobs if you're used to Diablo style games. So you'll have to break the shield first before you can actually hurt them. And on top of that, they actually do more projectiles. Now, these mages normally will do only one projectile at a time. This version of them obviously does 3 or 4. So dashing, again, very important. Dodging is super important. Those are things you don't want to take lightly. All right, so there's Aphrodite. Let's see what she offers. I actually don't know what she offers. I haven't got her very much. Your special deals more damage and inflicts weak. Your dash deals damage where you end up, inflicting weak. After you damage foes around you will inflict weak. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go dash damage. I always like dash damage because it tends to, so this here actually gives you more total health, and this here actually summons Poseidon. I'm going to go with total health right now. I'm going to need it. Now the first boss being Meg, she's actually like a gatekeeper essentially to the next world of this level. Is actually pretty tough. So I find that the spear, the reason why I use it, has really good range, and you can actually get a ability that deflects her projectiles back to her, hurting her a lot more. So I find that the spear so far has been my favorite weapon. If you guys have played this game and you have tips and tricks on you know, on how to play better or more efficiently, let me know. I'm just starting this off right now and I'm loving it because I always enjoy a good challenge, right? So let's see here. Now, whenever you get into a new stage and there's a skull, that means you're going to be fighting an elite mob or an elite stage where you have to do survival. Now, survival stages are tough. It's I think it's like 60 seconds of surviving a countless amount of mobs, and they don't disappear. They just keep coming back until those 60 seconds are up. So this I find is a little easier. These mobs are usually much easier to kill than those actual stages of survival. So I'm glad I picked this one here. So this here I believe is Athena. Yeah. Sometimes Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between you and them. Perhaps you know better than I. Okay, so there you go. So a little bit more storyline there. So your special is stronger and can deflect. Your cast damage foes in an area and can deflect after taking damage. Damage foes and you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do cast damage. Let's do that. So yeah, we've already. So there's a cast damage. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. So that's a new skill there. So definitely a tough game. As you can see here, it's unforgiving for health. There are a couple health fountains in this game. I might have actually come across one. Oh, there you go. And you also get to meet Sisyphus, and he actually offers you the ability to get more health, get darkness orbs, or get more gold. So I'm going to go ahead with healing for this one, just so I can heal up. And also, you actually have these other things you can get along the way. So Charon will sell items to you. These dark goblets allow you to skill up in your bedroom to get other skills and abilities. And these ones here allow you to also unlock abilities. And the keys unlocks weapons and stuff. And then there's also a I think it's like a cider of some sort you give to anybody you want. You can increase your friendship, and by doing so you unlock different items which you can equip throughout the entire game, and you can use them to your advantage. For example, like getting better rare drops from Olympus gods, or doing more damage with specific moves or specific weapons. So things like that are kind of cool to have. So as you can see here, these guys here have the elite mobs now, or the elite shields. A little bit easier to kill than these mages were. So let's see here. Now Aphrodite should do damage and inflict weak when I dash. So there's a darkness goblet. So this one's going to give me a key. Now these keys are super important, guys. They actually unlock weapons and other skills throughout the entire game. So you definitely want to make sure you choose as many of those as you can. Let's see. Oh, now we got these big boys here, and obviously avoid those traps. You guys can see all those traps around the corners. These guys have a pretty big range, so definitely avoid that if you can. Get these skulls out of the way quickly. There's a key. So I've got 5 now. So this here is more health. Let's go with that. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to do the first boss with you, and I'm going to stop there. And actually, if you guys are enjoying this and I get enough likes, I'll go ahead and do a live stream of this, and you guys can kind of watch, and we'll just kind of talk and chat, and I'll play, and you guys can watch me die a few hundred times, or you guys can let me know how you feel about the game, because I'm honestly really liking this game. It is on Steam, so if you don't have a Steam account, you can activate one and actually play it. Unfortunately, that's the only place that has it right now that I'm aware of. I was hoping it'd be on like mobile and stuff, because then I can cover it on mobile platform, but instead I opened up my Steam account. I haven't used Steam in a very, very long time, and here we are playing this game, and I'm having a fun time. I apologize if you hear clicking. That's unfortunately going to happen with a game like this. That there, I think, increases your special abilities. There we go. Let's see what it does. I think it does. Yeah, there we go. So I can go to level 2. Yeah, let's go level 2 for the lightning. And this will open up the next one. Now, that skull around the door means, again, it's either a boss or that survival gauntlet. So here's the boss. So this is Meg, okay? So her specials are fairly straightforward. If you get too close, she'll do a combo attack. If you're too far, she'll dash and try to hit you. And if she goes impervious to damage, she usually does projectile damage. So I'll show you here right now. So here you can see her dash there. That's one of her skills. Here she's going to do it again. So if you keep a distance, she'll do that. And if not, she'll do this right here. So you got to just be careful. And actually, as we go along the fight, here she goes impervious to pain. And sometimes she'll do this here, which is essentially like you got to move and duck and jive and avoid these AoE damages, and then she'll summon little mobs like this. You guys can see now the problem with the mobs are, again, mobs don't drop health, right? So it's like you just pretty much have to clear out before there's too many of them. So I like to just quickly clear these out, take her out as quick as we can. Now here she's not impervious to pain, so you can still kind of hit her while she's doing this and just kind of be smart about the way you dodge. And there you go, she went impervious there. Now sometimes she'll do, oh, she didn't do it there. So you'll see it, she'll start doing projectiles towards me, and it actually does a lot of damage, so you got to avoid it. Oh, that hurt. Okay, sorry guys, talking and playing is not the easiest thing sometimes, especially these kind of games. There we go. We're doing pretty well here, actually, surprisingly. Usually I struggle a little more in this. Okay, she's gonna do her. There we go, that's projectiles. Now the cool thing with the harpoon is I think it's Poseidon that has it, but you can have a ability to project those projectiles back to her. It's a skill you can pick up, and even those mage ones too. So I'm actually doing really, really well here. So let's actually, this is the first time I think I've been just dying so often to her now that it's become second nature to kill her. So that was a lot easier than it looks. I promise you, it's much harder usually. So there you have it, guys. First stage and boss done. Let me know what you think of the game. If you enjoyed this, I will do a live stream for you next, and we can go ahead and play together, talk about it, do some chats until I die. You know, we can try a couple different things, a couple different bosses. There's some health for me. This actually helps you. This is what I was talking about. This actually use your coins to buy stuff. Offer Wall of Charion. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That's pretty cool. So that actually allows me to pick up a free item from his shop. These are the weapons I was talking about. As you can see here, you can rank it up. I've got rank 2 on this one, so 34 more encounters. I'll rank that up. So it's cool little mechanic here to collect different items. This here allows you to pick up additional moves along the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, and your cast damage, I don't need that. Your dash. So this actually increases everything I just had. So I went ahead and did that, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, guys. So the next stage so that was Tartarus, or Tartarus maybe? I think it's Tartarus though. And now we're going on to the next stage. As you can see, I'm climbing and ascending the underworld to get to the top. And this here is not fun. It's pretty much a full lava fire stage, and the boss is a fire bone dragon. And we'll go ahead and do that on the live stream if we get there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Hades Game of the Week. Check it out on Steam. If you guys like it, put a comment there. Let me know if you want me to keep playing this, and I will continue doing so. And we'll put up some live streams either today or tomorrow to go ahead and cover this a little further. All right, guys, this is Payne. That was pretty damn painful. We're going to enjoy this. Take care. Have a good one.